whatever these goblin wars were. I mean, they were being written about. I can't imagine they would be 100% truth.
It seems like history is never 100% true. From our journey so far, it seems, I feel like it served as evidence of that.
If there's one thing I've been learning more and more on this journey, it's that some knowledge is harder to acquire than maybe other pieces. In the
Maybe we'll
areas in
find it
which
in the waste.
I hope so. In the areas I study, it seems to be fear, non-belief that holds people back. Given what I've seen of men in our travels, I wouldn't be surprised if they were afraid. Whatever happened to your people?
I just take a deep breath. I don't know. I'm hoping we just find the answers in the waste. I start feeling the sense of like determination. We'll find out.
I just smile and I'll just say, "We will." I'll leave Leisure to it.
I would say Seven's praying. Vintev is trying to figure out all of life's problems in his head. Revi, Saishori, and Valir, if you are present for this conversation, I would say you as well. Give me insight or history or religion.
I'd like to understand what we're trying to assess here. So I'm gonna roll based on that.
As you're having this conversation, it is kind of assessing. It's processing the information that is
just the stuff we're discussing.
Over the stuff you're discussing and the experiences you have as a group have had over the last 2 months since getting together. Okay. Things that you've seen and done, and kind of this conversation triggering a couple of different responses. Just kind of that nature.
Rolled and rolled.
23, 2019. Okay, pretty good. I think Revi and Saishori, as you guys have this conversation, a lot of it, including the stuff that with Vintet and Valir and this church and the great old ones, at so many turns you've all been confronted with wells of information, and every time you guys get a new piece, it seems like it just cascades into this more questions and more questions and more questions. I think, and with all those roles, you are all kind of, in your own way, come to a similar, not conclusion, but like a similar thought of at the root of this group, even the broker's thought, broker's goal for everything that he has said he is doing and not doing.
The hidden history, of course,
is finding the history of what came before. The one thing he cannot search for himself. come to it at different avenues, I think you all get to that conclusion in different ways. Seven.
Yes.
So Good Rock talks, and you close your mind and reach out to that place that you're still not sure. Like the separation of consciousness is still something that is foreign to you, like very strictly. For the fact of as a construct and a construct apparently with a soul, to detach one's consciousness from their physical form would mean certain death. Is essentially, from a robotic standpoint, what your mind is constantly feared with. Reaching out too far away from your physical form would mean the end of 7. As you extend your consciousness out past the fear, as 7 has little to no fear when it comes to being 7. You don't sense a response of the prayer you have given out. But you feel something, which in itself is a response, as you don't have a sense of touch, you don't have a sense of feeling. You feel warm, but you don't have the sensation of warmth. You don't feel fire, you don't feel hot. So, but from the explanations of the party that you've been traveling with, you get a sense of what heat is, what your party describes when they pet Pyra versus what you pet Pyra. You feel it. Which is exciting and concerning at the same time.
Oh. Devin is having a meltdown. Check. I'm gonna start just patting myself, and then I'm gonna ask whoever's closest to me if they could touch my arm. Like, oh, oh. I felt something.
What do you mean you felt something?
Like, thinking my head, it just felt on the inside. The way you were describing trying to touch Pyra, or it's like the sun, it just warm. It's not like when I get bit by the frog. This was okay.
I thought you couldn't feel anything though.
I'm not. Apparently, it's just on the outside.
But you felt it inside yourself.
I think. Just moving my hand.
Just now? What were you doing?
I prayed.
To rhubarb?
Yeah. Who else?
Sorry, no offense to you. It's just I'm trying to wrap my mind around how you sense something. Like this whole time of us trying to describe feelings and touching and just sensations, and now it's you felt something. It's just very surprising, and I don't know what to do with that information.
Yeah. How do you think I feel? Oh, yeah.
What did you ask Rootbar?
If it was a good idea to ask. God damn it. The blood elf lady.
Ah,
The pool. Yeah.
gotcha. Interesting.
Oh, now I'm gonna rub it in Vintet's face. My God answered me.
Oh my God.
I ignoring him completely.
I'm gonna hit the bad rock button. Like, yes.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling stuff. Hopefully it's nothing too concerning. Again,
As long as they're good feelings, it should be okay.
I mean, warm isn't terrible feeling. It could be comforting.
All right.
Yeah, it could be comforting. But yeah, hopefully you get accustomed if it happens again to this feeling. I'm just glad you're able to experience it.
Me too. Seven is all up right now. You can't tell because robot face, but yeah. Things are happening, guys.
Processing a mile per
Process
minute.
a mile per minute. I use my elemental abilities and try to put a gust of wind towards him to see if he feels anything towards Seven.
So you're kind of putting a breeze, like setting a breeze out.
Yeah. Seven. Let me try something real quick, and then I just throw a breeze at him. Did you feel anything?
Nope.
Interesting. Well,
Grass moved a bit though.
You watch as his cape starts to billow and doesn't stop billowing.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, the cape. Just I don't need wind for that. Watch this. Strike my pose. Cape. Flutter.
Yes, lovely cape. But I was just trying to test this if somehow you're just able to feel things, but I guess not. I guess it was just that brief moment you prayed.
Oh yeah. I'm amazing.
Do I look over and see that he's talking again? He's actually.
Yeah, I mean you're around for this conversation. You guys are kind of
Oh.
in camp right now, so you're around each other.
So that's fair.
The only one who's kind of like checked out is Vinteth, who's beautiful minding over in the corner.
Beautiful minded. Okay.
So Seven, he did give you some new piece of actual understanding.
Yes.
And Ravi just kind of looks down for a moment. Well, maybe I was wrong. And he will just walk away. He's gonna go try to find a private spot.
Cool. What are you doing, Ravi?
I am going to burn my last second. It's gonna be an enhanced ability. Fox Cunning. Just kind of shake my head, and I will attempt to pray. Do you want me to say it first or roll first?
You can say, give me the prayer first.
Walken, hear my prayer. We are all wandering in this world, searching for something to guide us, something to give us purpose. Zaishori seeks her people, others seek their deities. Some greater deity apparently comes for us. Valea keeps his secrets about his home. As for me, I'm lost and confused, and every day brings new questions without answers. Feels as if though even history itself is lost, with so much distorted by time and liars. I asked for your guidance on the water, but you remain silent. I hope that you will hear me now. What do you want from me? What must I do to find my path, to uncover the truths that have been buried by the sands of time?
Give me your religion check.
It's a 26.
Nice.
Ravi, as you close your eyes and you say this prayer, and whether instinctually or not, I believe whatever direction you were facing, you feel your body naturally turn in the direction it's being.
Yep. I will look towards my Mecca.
As you feel your attention drawn again, drawn in this direction, you can feel just that slight tingle of electricity kind of runs around the collar of your neck through the tattoo. Not in a painful way, just in a I'm there type
The
of.
acknowledgement of their presence. Her presence.
As you focus and you start to again keep reaching this prayer out, and just out of, call it lack of practice, lack of, you aren't a wholeheartedly trained religious person. The act of prayer in Lux Forna didn't prepare you for saying daily prayers or anything like that. You are just reaching out as you are you. You are reaching out to this deity, this person, this being that has touched you in some way. You feel that connection through the bolts on your neck. And give me an insight check with advantage.
Okay. Then.
Your consciousness starts to swim to that place of pure black. Place you've been once before, twice before, 3 times before, actually. The difference is, as you start to see the cascading fall of electricity that Orkin's form was made from, it's so much further away. It's so much farther in the distance. You start to, that boom of thunder, that voice that rang out and talked to you, that sounded like it was everywhere and nowhere all at once. Distant ringing. You hear the boom, by the time it reaches your ears, any word is drowned out in just the sound of the say with your religion check. You know the gods are here. You know the gods have a way of interacting with the plane and interacting with people that seek guidance or seek worship, or especially those that are of a certain ilk, those that are touched and directly capable. You've seen Vinteth, Zaishori, people in your travels, high priestess and priests, the like. But you also know from your studies that they are not without their bounds.
Mhm.
I think with that insight in your religion check, you start to realize that the symphony isn't just a place. The symphony is a containment.
Mm.
And there's a reason that those that are touched by Workin are drawn.
Got it. I'm pondering to myself now, not expecting an answer. Right? It's not that you're less powerful while I'm here. You're trapped. Why? How? What? I thought I may have needed you. You may. Sorry, it makes more sense. I'm going to turn to Tinkers as I'm relaying this. She may be the one that needs me. I just don't understand how or what form that might take. I just kind of look off into the distance. Like, you're trapped. Your power isn't, and I just kind of shout outwards, and I'm gonna attempt to fire off the lightning breath.
Cool. Yeah, you all watch as over, like, Revy went off, was having a quiet moment, was probably quiet for 10, 15 minutes or so. And then he kind of wakes up, says something to Tinkers. You just watch this this primal scream of just electricity shooting out of Revy towards the sea.
I will collect myself. Whispers of her power, Tinkers. And no response. Not that I could hear, at least. I'll just walk back to camp and get ready for bed.
Oh, as Revy and Tinkers return to camp. Anything Valier, Saisori, Seven, Vinta, you want to do before you hit the bed?
No, I'm all right. Just be mad that he's got lightning breath.
I think I want to reach out to Zena for general guidance and also information.
All right, give me a prayer. What are you asking for?
My dear goddess, I know I've been lacking in communication and in following some of your values. I feel embarrassed to even ask. But I know you'll always be there for me. I pray for some guidance on this journey. What do I do next? And I'd also like to know of this new information that we found out. Is it possible that you know who made me, who made my people? Is there any chance? Anything you can give me? That's it.
Your religion check. Give me 1 sec.
I'll be back. I gotta pee.
I feel like now's a good time for
Yeah, might as well right now.
pee break. We'll RP this as silent prayer.
Yeah. I'm giving me a snack. Be back.
I wasn't paying attention. Did like something happen with Roach where he had to run off for a minute?
Yeah, you said be right back.
Yeah, he said yes. What's up? Yeah.
We lost like 20 minutes of the stream. Fucking thing, like, there's a bug with OBS apparently, where like it still shows I'm streaming, but the preview freezes and the stream ends on Twitch's end. But I'm still streaming from OBS and it doesn't like get sent that the stream ends to me.
Mm-hmm. That sucks.
So I was like,
Did
wait, the
someone
roles
like
didn't
DM
update.
you or what?
The OBS didn't tell me that the stream ended. I was like, what the fuck? So we lost like 20 something minutes. But I noticed like the roles weren't updating on the preview screen. So I was like, what the fuck? And I went to like try to refresh it, didn't work. And I checked my email. It's like, oh, your stream ended 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh fuck. So I had to like reboot it real quick.
You should call it.
Did I miss anything else interesting?
Suji fucking some dudes up.
Oh, nice. Proud of you.
Dory Way hit some dude with a hammer. It was great.
Hell yeah.
And then he whiffed everything else.
It was a big hammer, all right?
Yeah, I'm not
Did
gonna
you
lie. I did get
throw some
worried.
shade?
I got
My
worried on.
combo.
I was gonna say I got worried on that single attack from Dory Way, but then I forget like normal people in this world are not level 5. That's just not, like, they're just not. But I thought with Valir's Rich Family, it was entirely possible that was a group of 3, I didn't think they had player character levels, but like roughly equivalent. And I thought they could have easily been like our level, 6s or 7s. Somebody that has a group we'd probably have no problem with, but just you and Dory, like who knows, that sort of thing.
I was assuming they were weak because when Valir patted him on the back, they got like shoved. I was like, oh, little
I
bitches.
forgot about that.
Yeah. Suji's
If
gonna
he-
have a fun time.
The
He
scene
did roll
was designed.
He did roll a 20 on that though, right? I'm pretty sure he natted that.
He
Where
did.
he pats the guy in the back, and guy's like, yes, of course you can go.
The scene was originally designed. Valir probably could have 3v1 them if he wanted to.
Oh, interesting. I see. So yeah, it wasn't if that led to like, actually no, I'm gonna go talk to my friends, and they're like, no, you're not. If he didn't, charisma his way out of that one. He's just so charming, though.
He was very charming. So
And
it
I
was
don't
not.
just mean Valia.
Yeah, they're also not like the weakest guards ever. They did take quite a bit of damage
No, they did. I mean,
from
look,
like
if
a
they
single source.
also, if instead of confronting you, again, this is metagaming, but I'm pretty sure minimum one of them was a rogue. I think at least 2 of them were. Because I know 2 of them disengaged, I'm pretty sure, at some point as a bonus action. But again, that's super metagaming. But if they were rogues and they snuck up on you, and they could have all opened with attacks with sneak attack bonus, they would have had to surprise you, but they might have, it's dice based at that point. They might have been able to get you down.
Well, Suji perceived them from the bar.
Oh, that's right. Oh, they were trying to do that. Yep. There you go. Oh, so they would
A
have
lot of things went in Suji's favor.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So Roach, 2 of 3 or 3 of 3?
2 of 3.
Yep. Yeah. So you would have gotten 2 sneak attacks. Sneak attack is once per round of attacks, right? So it's just the one-time damage. Yeah, but I think that's like 2 extra d6s or 3 or some shit.
Depends on the level.
Yeah. So that plus, each one of them is attacking at least twice. Yeah. Shit could have gotten ugly if you didn't see him. Holy shit! I forgot about that. Wow.
Suji was
what
under
a clutch.
potential danger of this fight.
What a
Suji
clutch.
takes 0 damage.
Dude, seriously, what a clutch perception check. And talk about violate. Oh wait, Rose, are you back? Because I'll shut up if we're good to play. No, she's not back yet. All right, so yeah, dude, talk about violating quote the narrative. Just in terms of, it feels like you've always had the absolute worst luck, even under normal circumstances. And this was, you were alone. You were just walking home drunk, and you randomly perceive some rogues in the shadows to start us off. And then you're right, effectively take 0 damage for the fight. So, 0 damage plus only 1 spell slot burned. I mean, you used 2 limited abilities, but still, 1 spell slot burned, man. Oof. I'm not gonna lie, because with the 3 of them, I didn't initially think the mirror image was the right way, but you know what? You got him in close, and that was beneficial for then you getting to set up the other thing. So if you'd opened the way I thought you were going to, I thought you were going to just go bears, which it's not always the opener. But when you're outnumbered, I was like, yeah, he's probably going bears, and then I thought you were going to go monkey after the bears. Huh?
Yeah, one of the reasons with the whole bears thing was also the like concentration checks. Like if they just hit me, I could lose all my bears and completely lose control of the battle.
That's true.
Be way less consistent.
Yeah, and I guess mirror image was also a really good call because you didn't know how strong they were. That was probably the right.
That wasn't like a huge number and stuff.
Yeah.
Sun Wukong, bitch.
But that also explains why I wasn't really trying to kill them or be too angry. Like, Suji takes 0 damage in this fight and shit. He's more just like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah, like I know the
just
only.
Fucking tell me.
I think the only non-lethal fight we've had before. I mean, okay, there was that bullywog mage, but I tied them up after paralyzing them, so it doesn't really count. Wasn't the same thing. And then I think
The
before
Court
that,
Tears.
there was what?
the court beard, right? The
Oh,
male
yeah.
court beard.
That's right. We did go non-lethal on him before he just died anyway.
The two
Mm.
bandits we took
Yeah.
captive
He bit
and
his
brought
own
us to
tongue
the
off.
island.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. We should know by now. All right. So we've had a couple of non-lethal fights. Everybody should know you can, if you're
You've tried
trying,
not to kill people. It's
not killing
Mm.
people.
Oh,
I
had the first
I'm
one,
not
but
killing people.
reversed.
I'm just hitting them with my stick side of my scythe, and they fucking died.
I mean, it's funny because initially when he was going for that scythe attack, I was thinking like if he got the kill there, like how is this non-lethal? And I thought it's like, well, the guy doesn't really need a leg to be alive to be non-lethal. Fucking. I know the spirit of it though is that you're knocking them out.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Sushi has the best form of non-lethal. I'm gonna actually kill them and just pop a good berry in their mouth.
Huh.
You want to do that again?
Oh my god. Good berries, unexpected torture aid. I've honestly never considered. I've never considered the use of that spell for torture. That's impressive. And I've considered the use of spells for torture.
Saishori. As you sit down, you pray and you return to that place of comfort, that place of consciousness outside of yourself. It's comforting in the fact that for the first time in a very long time, as you propose these questions to Zina and are looking for answers, not of her, but from her, you start to hear. It starts off very faint, but does start to pick up. Light violin. The music starts low, almost at a distance, and starts to creep up and get louder. Again, comfort in the fact that comparatively, this is the first time, probably in a long time, that you've heard something that in your heart is definitively Zina. This is not anything else. This is no one else. This is a response of her from her. But as you ponder these questions about the origin of tieflings and where you came from, where they came from, what happened before the time of recorded history, and these different pieces of information that you have, and you feel as the violins start to come more into, and it's not just a violin, it's an entire orchestra, it's strings, it's different music playing in your head. The cadence is low, it's slow and somber, it's melancholy, it's sad. It is the feeling of a parent that doesn't know how to that knows its child wants something and has to say no, that doesn't know an answer, doesn't know how to give you what you're looking for in this moment, but is trying its best to not disappoint you, but at the same time, it can't give you what it doesn't have.
All right. I thank her. And I feel gratitude for feeling her presence again strongly, but also some slight, not disappointment, but definitely just sad that I couldn't really get any answers.
Saishori, as you exit your prayer, probably just in time to see Revi shoot a bolt of lightning off into the distance.
Perfect.
Oh my goddess, what is happening?
But Revi and Tinkers join the party. Seven and Vinteth have had this conversation about him feeling warm and what that means, and describing this sensation that he's never felt before, but he has heard you all describe kind of in a way. And Vinteth is just doing Vinteth things. He said the grandchildren a lot. Like, it's starting to get alarming, but at the same time, it's Vinteth. So, is anyone that alarmed? Hard to say.
At this point, I'm muttering to myself, thinking about like that blood pool was really nice, and I'm realizing that it was the mother's blood, like her actual blood. And I'm like, would she be angry with me if I ever actually have my own church again, if I make it back to Morin or whatever, if I made my own blood pools? I probably couldn't get her blood, but I could make them out of somebody's blood.
Oh my gosh.
You just need somebody's blood.
That's all.
I'm assuming it has to be the 5 races, right? So could I corral a bunch of the races that deserve to die and take their blood and make a blood pool for her? Or does it have to be her blood?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This game just got.
Oh.
Holy shit! That
I mean,
was
say-
off guard.
That's the line that we're gonna draw in the sand.
say we come up against
We're good and wholesome. We only genocide bullywogs, or so I thought.
I mean, if a bunch of halflings come after me, I might just farm them for their blood. If they're bad people, if they're trying to kill me, I'm going to use them.
I just felt spiritual anger. No, the halflings have a pool, right?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If there's bad halflings, and I'm not just going to kill them to farm their blood for no reason, but if they happen to like pass and go through my services at the church, if they're being embalmed or whatever, we take the blood out.
My gosh.
We have our own thing we do with it, but now I might have something new to do with it.
You know,
I like how you went to halflings first, and that was the only pool he's been in.
Exactly.
I now crave the blood. More blood for the blood god. Should the blood god already have all the blood he needs? Shut up.
Shut up. I have
You all
particular. Okay, fine. Fuck it.
You all gather back at camp for your first evenings of rest. Easy enough for you. Again, you're down 1 elf, but still enough elves to do full watch.
Yes.
So, is there anything the group of you would like to do over the next 3 days? We're going to fast travel this to Schmidt, as this is a path you've already traveled before. You have about, by the time you wake up the next day, about 2 to 3 days of travel left.
The only thing I'm gonna do for sure, I've already done the spells. DM, we talked about that. The only thing I'm gonna do for sure each morning, I'll say, is just send a message to Suji, see what's going on. We don't have to go through that whole thing. I mean, I think it's gonna be.
I think we should do the first one.
Okay.
Because I think Suji has something to say.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's fair. Okay.
So let's do the first morning, and then
Okay.
we'll fast travel unless anybody else has anything else.
Because I should probably check on Suji and make sure at least. I mean, because if he injured himself at the forge, we should. And I will send him a message.
Yeah, you don't want to make sure you didn't fuck up my armor.
Suji, hope it's going well. Everything's fine on our end. I'll keep you posted each day and let you know when we return. Let us know if you run into any trouble.
And the Suji say as many words as possible.
You've seen me use the spell. Whether you remember how the spell works, that's on you. I didn't.
No,
I
no.
should.
My reply is gonna be like, "Hello, Ravi. Armor is going well. Me and Wei are getting along very well. P.S. What the fuck, Valir?" So,
All right. All right. Well, now I'm gonna burn another spell. 25 words, Suji. What did he do?
that's your send message.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay.
Did-
Reply.
What? Okay. What did he do? And do we need to come back? We're only a day's out.
Trying to think of how stupid Suji is based on. Okay, yeah, he said look at that.
Oh
My
no!
reply he helped me with the forge a lot, and we've just been getting along very well. Wei is a cool guy.
Okay, you know what? I guess everything's fine then. I guess it's fine, because I fucking got.
He sounds like he's fine.
But,
You know, there's plenty of reason to be pissed off at Valir. Doesn't mean he's answering. He's not dead.
he sounds in normal health. Let's travel, Tiggers. We have.
You know, that's actually better for him. Like he's usually like kind of dead, like all the time.
At the very least, he didn't kill himself on the forge, so it's a
There you
start.
go.
Yeah, and I'll move forward. I will mention to Valir, like, apparently Suji's pissed off about something. I asked him what. He couldn't get the words out for some reason, so here we are.
Oh, right. We were supposed to go back to where we were staying for the people to show up to get me. They probably. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I can see why he's mad. He probably ended up fighting the people who were trying to get me back home. I'm assuming. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Suji. Sorry.
On day 2, I will send the apology, but for now, I'm just gonna say to Valir, just I questioned you so goddamn much about. Do you think maybe this would have been, just a detail?
Listen,
Valir.
it didn't cross my mind. I forgot, and also I wasn't expecting anybody to chase after Suji, let alone anybody else at the party. Like they wanted me.
Well, apparently, your parents are shitheads. But though I don't know what actually happened, it sounds like Suji's fine. So gonna take a guess here and say they were eaten by bears.
Me or
Hopefully your parents didn't pay a premium.
yeah, because like I don't think he had a fight. Like they wanted me. I'm pretty sure they only got paid to deal with me and nobody else. I'm sure he's because if he got into the fight, there's three of them. We know Suji's not much of a fighter.
I mean, he can do. Look, why do you think I said eaten by bears? Did you mishear me?
No, I heard you.
We'll find out tomorrow morning. I'm
Uh.
not wasting my last goddamn sending spell because he can't properly answer a question. We'll try again tomorrow.
That's perfectly fine. He's. I'm sure he's okay. He always. You see how many times he almost died on us, and he's still here. He's still here.
It is uncanny.
Yes, he has some luck on his side.
The next day, Suji, I swear by Hondrik, you better answer this question. Did you fight them, and were they eaten by your bears?
I reply, them? I guess you mean suited elves? Yes, I fought them. They were not eaten by bears.
All right then. And I'll just relate it later. He's fine. Fought them. Apparently they weren't eaten. Honestly, I don't care, but it sounds like they're probably alive. I don't know. Again, just the relevant details.
Man, it sounds.
He's fine.
I guess they were.
Onwards to Schmidt.
I guess they weren't worth their money if Suji was able to defeat them that easily. Huh. Okay.
Walk up to Valir. It was probably the bears.
Yeah. Bears. Oh.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
We don't need to do the other days. I'll painstakingly pry the details out of Suji the next morning.
Sure. What you got, Saishori?
Just in case I didn't before, I want to make sure that I'm attuned to Slayer's Bane.
You are officially attuned to the Slayer's Bane.
Very nice.
That is all.
Okay. So, a couple days go by. You make your way along the coastline. Eventually, on about the mid-afternoon on the fourth day after you guys left Glairdan, you approach a familiar sight. You see mostly worn from the lapping waves, but you still see the crease in the sand of where the vessel crash landed. Or not crash landed, you actually pulled it ashore this time. But was pulled ashore, and you do see the vessel that you all, Bellamy's favor, is sitting there on the beach. See a small fire.
There we are.
You do see the two crewmates kind of like wave you down, like, "Hey, good day. How you guys doing? It's been a while."
They're still alive at least.
No one?
Yeah, yeah.
You made it.
is so good to see you, Sven. How have you been? Bring it in.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know we were on hugging level, but sure, yeah, I'll get yeah, you know.
And other guy, I'm sure it's been great. How have you both been?
It's Bren. Still here. It's fine.
And have you guys been taking care of Pyra for us?
We have Pyra?
I think so.
We determined I had Pyra.
Oh, you have Pyra. Okay, never mind. But nice to see that you're still here, Schmidt. That everything we gone through.
Someone who's traveled for several days, can someone give him the manacle's blood?
Oh, yeah, you guys got it. That's fantastic.
Got it from Lenny. Here you go.
Lenny's good people. Little bit shisty sometimes, but you know, if you know how to talk to him, he's fine.
Yeah, I showed him how I can change, and then I got a good deal.
Yeah, that'd be something he's interested in. That makes sense. That tracks. But yeah, no, cool. I can go ahead and use this, and I've already collected a lot of the other shit from around here. Thankfully, it's pretty good. Yeah, I can go ahead and get started on this and get this vessel in a bottle, and then we can be on our way back to Glairdan, huh? That sounds good.
Are you? So you are coming this way, I assume. You're not going to be going back on the water in any form quite yet, right?
Oh no, I'll probably hang out here for at least I mean, usually bare minimum a couple months before some other crazy person comes around and says they want to cross the symphony. I'll sit up, get drunk, and hang out. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want, I mean, I'll definitely need Seven's help for this anyway. We're gonna, because it's the vessel in a bottle only lasts a couple hours. So we're probably gonna get back on the water and kind of paddle downstream a little bit. We're not gonna go towards the symphony. We're just gonna kind of like cruise along the coastline. So it'll cut a couple days off your travel. Head back towards Glairdan, then put the vessel in a bottle and go back to where my my house is over there.
A couple days off the travel, you say?
Yeah, it'll probably take us from here to Glairdan, or close to just outside of Glairdan. Probably take us a day and a half if we're paddling.
7, what do you think?
I still get my suit though, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, we're going back to. We're going to get there sooner,
Oh,
so it might be done by the time we arrive.
then yes.
Well, you heard it, Schmidt. Let's get back on the water.
Fantastic. Look, I understood completely when you guys left. You didn't want to be on the vessel for any much longer, so that's why you had to stretch your legs a little bit. It was completely understandable. Look, we're not going to be skipping. This is going to be a completely paddle ride, essentially. It's going to be a nice, we're just going to go down the coast. It'll be fine.
Okay,
What's the worst that can happen?
that's a good question.
It concerns me that you phrased it that way, Schmidt. But
I mean, you gotta be ready for the worst that can happen.
oh well.
I'm ready.
What we experienced, I'm going to be ready for the worst for the rest of my entire
I
life.
want nothing to do with this fucking vessel ever again. Let's get this over with.
It's yes, a couple of days off
Agreed.
travel. 3
I
days
like the
here,
vessel.
3 days here, 1 day back. Good.
Cool. So you all mostly 7, but you all kind of help get the vessel back into the water, get it buoyant, get on, and you see Bren and Sven start paddling you guys. I'm sure 7 wants to help because that's fun.
Yeah, entertainments. I learned them.
So yeah, you all start making your way back towards Glairdan on the vessel, just paddling along the coastline, seeing a lot of the same sight you saw while walking, but you get to just kind of chill out for a day. Revi, give me an Arcana or an Insight check.
Oops. Well, I don't know if you want to call it the reroll. I will reroll. I can also actually reroll.
We can do that. It's fine.
Okay, that's one.
Cool. 26.
Yeah.
Um,
I assume this is about some sort of presence of magic, or maybe not. I guess we'll see.
it's not so much a presence of magic, but as you guys get back onto the vessel, and this is more like a re-upping of something that happened a couple of days ago, but almost a month ago in real game time. So I'm just kind of seeing if it triggered your memory. As you guys get back on the vessel and you're starting to paddle back, You do have that inkling of like, oh, thank God, Captain Schmidt's okay. Why the fuck didn't that guy answer my message?
Oh yeah, I did send him a message, didn't I? Son of a bitch. Wow, sorry, I totally forgot about that.
No, again, I knew that was like a month and a half ago, real world time. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I gave you.
Totally forgot I did that.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, you kind of have that like as you. I'd say like as you send a message to Suji, like, "Hey, we're on our way back." You realize, and you're on the vessel, like, that fucker never responded to me.
Bitch, why the hell didn't you answer me?
What do you mean?
I sent you a message.
Like a magic one?
Yes, a magic one.
Oh, yeah, I don't get those.
What? What? What do you mean you don't get those? You
Yeah,
exist on this plane.
Oh, yeah, I do, but you see him kind of like pull. He pulls a necklace out that has like a ring at the end of it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you see, I was getting bombarded by Nalfinian arcane tax collectors, essentially.
Makes
Oh
sense.
my god.
And
What's
they
an export?
constantly send you messages like 3 to 4
Oh.
times a day. It's
Oh.
infuriating.
But how? That's a lot of magical energy. How much do you owe these people?
That's not important. What's in-
It's a lot of magical energy, Schmidt.
What's important is I got kind of fed up of them constantly. Do you know you still owe us blah 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 amount of money? If you want to be in contact to reduce your debt, yeah, that shit pissed me the fuck off. So yeah, I got one of these rings of mind shielding for myself, so I didn't have to hear them shits anymore.
Those wizards could be advising kings.
Yeah, instead they're fucking working for some corporate bureaucrats collecting debt.
I must admit that feels a rather shameful use of such magical talent. I only recently learned to communicate in that manner myself. Ugh, well,
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
mm.
They can be doing much better things with their time, but instead they'd rather be paid to harass me for the untold amount of money I owe them. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I have to say, Schmidt, hearing about your debts, I didn't think I'd be on your side at the end of this conversation, but lo and behold, you would never catch me doing that with my talents.
Yeah, and that's why I appreciate you. Again, you gotta understand. Like, look, I get it. Being a wizard and understanding certain arcane arts, it is in itself a very good and useful skill. And there are some people that only get so far with it, and therefore they need a job, and that job apparently is to harass people for money through their brain.
Right. Well, your your deadbeat nature side, Schmidt.
Do you know the actually infuriating part about that is they
Yeah.
usually have to send that person out to meet you at some point because they have to know who you are. So I've met these people who are constantly talking to me in my head about the debts I owe them.
Maybe just in passing, perhaps.
Apparently, at least enough that they know my name, my likeness, and you know how it works, how much you need to know
Yeah.
about them. Yeah, they have to know that much, which means they at least probably have to have been in the same room with me for a minute or two. Which,
Yeah.
at the same time, why did none of them come up to me and be like, "You have a debt to pay"? I probably would have stabbed them, but that's besides the point.
I'm sure that fact has nothing to do with it, Schmidt. You look perfectly friendly. But look, again, your excessive debts aside, I did have a bit of magical
Excessive.
inspiration from you, and I will just kind of shake my head for a moment after I had this ready in the chamber, and then you unloaded all that. I'll pop open the watch, the spell book to the tiny hut page. Years of practice.
Well, I'm flattered, but also, you know,
Well, I still, if I ever have, what did you say it was going to be, a year? I mean, I'd probably outpace that time, honestly, but I'm sure it still won't be a short process. I would like to learn that bottling magic from you.
yeah,
For
like I
another-
said, if you
for
ever,
another-
yeah, we ever got some downtime, I'm in one of two places usually.
Yes, here
Or
across,
there.
across the pond.
Yeah, yeah. Usually in a bar.
It, next time you hit across, I don't know, maybe she'll remember you. If not, mention my name. Who knows? Maybe something useful can come of this whole excursion.
If I ever have the chance to talk to a deity, I will make sure to remember to say I know Revi Downshard.
Well, I must admit I am curious how things are in the symphony following what we did.
I hope I never get knocked off my path ever again, but I appreciate it.
Mm.
And he looks at these two. It's like, and those two probably are never going to travel with me again. So, you know, that's fine.
I think they should tout this experience far and wide.
Oh, that's usually what everybody does. They, you know, they do one trip with me, maybe two if they're like really daring, and then they talk about, oh, I made the symphony run with Captain Schmidt Torin on Bellamy's favor, and then, you know, they go out and work on actual ships and do, you know, normal work.
You can't blame them for leaving after this particular trip.
I don't blame anyone for leaving after any trip. Like halfway through, if one of them just like decided to drown themselves, I get it.
Has that happened?
No.
Well, Schmidt, respectfully, I am happy to say that our official contract is concluded.
Well, it's been fun. I'm glad you guys made it to where you need to go, and I hope you have all safe travels to. You're going to the waste next, right? I didn't hear that wrong.
The plan, yes.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I mean, again, I get it, but personally, I don't understand you thrill-seeking types. But you know,
I mean, you know, just who knows the untamed East, as it were.
sure.
Thrill-seeking types.
Yep.
Us.
That's what we are.
Us. You're the crazy fuck who goes across the symphony on this piece of shit. Actually, it's kind of cool. I'll admit it's kind of cool, but don't take this the wrong way. But I hope I never see you again.
None taken.
Oh,
I had to pick the drunk guy.
The magic is still. Don't get me wrong, Schmidt. The magic is very impressive. You even figuring out this whole thing with the ley lines, just extraordinary. This vessel, entirely just a piece of crap.
Yeah, it's probably about time I traded her in, made a new one.
I appreciate the experience, but I want nothing to do with the ocean ever again.
You know, it's not for everybody.
Okay. I loved it. It was fun.
I have the strangest feeling that inevitably I will be back.
Yeah, see, and look, hey, you're on the ocean with me. No one died. You guys have been away from me on land for like 5 days, and Suji's apparently dead.
Oh,
No, he just lagged behind.
I think that's a win for the ocean. I'm just saying.
He's in town. He's doing fine. He's not dead. We think. At least as of this morning.
All right.
Are you kidding? You saw what he lived through.
He got run over by a boat.
Vessel.
So,
Look, I'm new to this whole thing right now. Pardon my not knowing things.
That's all right, Seven. Don't worry
yeah,
about
Yeah.
Seven, I'm just messing with these, Seven. We've all made that mistake numerous times.
it. Look, like I said, I don't care, but for legal purposes, I can't call it a boat. It's
Okay. Legal. What are taxes?
Well, Seven,
Like
you know how there was that god that you beat into shape?
I never beat a garden to shape.
Well, those gods that you were very persuasive on getting themselves into shape.
Yes.
Someone has to pay those gods. The money to pay those gods is,
It's not the broker. I paid everybody.
well, I guess maybe for that town. I guess you might be right.
Ah,
Okay,
yes.
for towns that don't have the broker, their gods are paid through tax.
That doesn't answer what taxes are.
So they say, okay, Schmidt goes into this entire
Oh no,
conspiracy
I
theory.
was trying to avoid this. No. Oh, damn it.
For the next
No.
for the next 2 to 3 hours, Schmidt goes into an entire
I'm
This
gonna listen so intently.
taxes are, this is what debt is, and this is why it's a conspiracy by the governments that run all these countries.
I knew it. I knew Schmidt was a
Yeah.
The little man
libertarian.
down, and
Don't tread on
specifically
me.
this little man.
I'm gonna listen and agree emphatically with everything he's saying the entire time.
Oh God.
They're trying to take my money that I earned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You went out, you did the hard work, and they want to cut. What the fuck is that, right?
Why? Yeah, they should be eaten.
If that's how you choose to handle it, I completely agree with it. Me personally, I just moved to a different country, continent, and just I ignore them using magic.
Yeah. It sounds like I need some of this magic.
I mean,
Seven,
One day.
we don't actually live anywhere right now, so I don't think we're really in the business of paying taxes.
Yeah.
that's the point. It's not just where you live sometimes. Sometimes they hit you with that, you're entering a town and they'll charge you to enter the gate. That's taxes. That's money you're spending that's not theirs. That's your money just to go somewhere.
So I could charge them to
Who the
not kill them?
Who the fuck are they to tell you got to pay them gold to walk into the fucking gates? Fuck them.
Seven is learning about capitalism combined with right? I charge them to not die. It's so easy.
Yeah. If you want to live, your boots.
I grew up in a church, which is a non-taxable institution, so
That is
All right.
I'm half interested in this, even though I know what's going on.
Tinker's mental note. If we ever get taxed, we'll start a church of walking.
Got it. Tax fraud.
Yes.
Oh man.
After about a day of that, you guys spend the night on the vessel. About halfway through the next day, it's been about 6-ish days since you guys originally left Glairidan. Schmidt pulls the vessel closer to the shore. You pull it ashore. You see there's a hill here, and you can see kind of a small cottage up at the top of it. All right. I think with that, we got the Manicore's blood. I am officially home. The trip is officially ended. We can call the contract square.
Hey.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm going to put this in a bottle. I'm going to bring it back up to my shack. I'm going to pay these two. They're probably going to go to Glairidan, spend some money, and get some much-needed R&R. and I'm gonna go get drunk.
You live your
course.
life.
If you need me again, I will probably be somewhere at the Sagi Sahagwin, just getting plastered.
Sounds good, Schmidt.
Uh,
I respect the work you did out there, Sven. Enjoy yourself.
I hope to never see any of you ever again, unless it's on a real boat.
yeah.
In which case, I probably still don't want to be on it. But you all watch as Schmidt puts the vessel in a bottle, starts to walk up to his cabin, Sven and other guy in tow.
I'm gonna miss that other guy. He helped so much.
I really enjoyed this bit.
Yeah.
The five of you, this travel officially done, and in the books, the contract completed. Make your way back about an hour or two to Glairdan proper to meet up with Suji, to collect a suit, to continue your travel to Zayfarel. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
I also need my weapon quiver.
And a weapon.
I just want to make note that I did not walk in with them.
Ooh,
Oh,
very interesting.
well, I had to sub at 2 places too, Zaishuri.
So we will pick up with backtracking, Suji a couple of days of blacksmithing, and then your guys' eventual return to Glairdan next week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
You did it. You actually officially completed your travel from the symphony.
Alright. Dear God, that fucking contract.
No more fucking vessel. No more fucking whirlpools. I just want to say I had a dream on the vessel while we were paddling away about the whirlpools, and they were blood, and I don't like the whirlpools.
Of blood. And now we are free to politely go with those fine gentlemen who we now know we can definitely kick the ass of. And then potentially steal an
Right.
airship.
All right. So now I have an important question. How much longer do I have to wait for my knuckle dusters?
Oh,
How many weeks are this going to take?
3 months.
Oh my God.
They
You
have
still got some
range and
time. You still got
extra
some time,
stuff.
big boy. I think you still got some time.
Well, we just killed a week.
You did
We
just
did.
go a week.
In a week there. Then however long we're on the island.
That was 2 days.
2 days on the island.
Yeah,
couple
it
days
just
there,
it
couple
felt
weeks.
like a month, but it was 2 days.
Yeah.
I will double check.
Traveling.
I think we're somewhere around a month and a half. But I have to double from when you guys left to now. But I will
Alright.
Yeah.
I will double calculate that and let you know. I think
Alright.
it's a month and a half, so about 6 weeks.
We're halfway to 7 getting a range, and that's kind of terrifying. I mean, outside of the tail, but you know.
And javelins and tridents and random chunks of metal and a
What do the
door.
knuckle busters do? You can like fire fists off, like actually, or whatever.
I asked for range and added damage.
We don't actually know what Babby's gonna pull out of his ass.
Because I also asked
Oh,
for
that was Babby's enchantment, right?
yeah. Because I asked Babby
that
for a fire bolt spell, can't scroll, and it ended up being fireball. So
Yeah, which
so I
I
got 50-50 of this either being super amazing or completely useless.
Yep.
He just thought you didn't understand spells and missed asked him for a spell that does exist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but Babby's special people. He's got the second most powerful magic things we've encountered then so far, or third.
For what sort of magic? What are you talking about?
Just
His
mages
Just-
in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
He
whatever the hell they
escaped
were.
death. Escaped fate.
I mean, we haven't encountered many mages, unfortunately. I mean, definitely the most powerful one is the broker.
Yeah.
I think that's without a question. I would say probably followed by whatever the hell was going on with
Gemma,
Mr.
probably.
Fake Quartzbeard. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I would think he's third at best, and that's just kind of because we haven't met many. Actually, no, that's definitely not true. He's almost certainly worse than at least the mage from Isterfala who we met at the brokers. And I don't know if there were any other mages in that room, but if they were probably also stronger than Babby. I only know there was the one. Huh?
It's all right.
So he's fourth or lower.
We're gonna find out.
He's good at what he does.
We don't know 100% for sure how strong Jermaine Lilypad is.
But there
Don't
were
sleep
several
on your
mages.
boy Lilypad. I'm always gonna respect him because he gave me a spell. I'm always gonna respect him right here. I
The
mean, it's
Poggy
pretty
Woggies.
good fucking spell.
Boggy Woggy Sensei.
Oh yeah. Hey Joe, do you want to get something to eat?
No, not at all.
Okay.
He said, "I have spent enough time on the toilet tonight."
About to go back to it. On
I
that note, I'm ending the
refuse
stream.
I'm so clip it, everyone, clip it.
The real joke is Joe's done the entire stream from the toilet.
Imagine.
He never.
Oh my god, hey, it's possible, man. That noise canceling tech is pretty good. Huh?
Said he was going back because he was currently at the sink.
Oh, and for the love of God, someone at some point of this travel, please have gotten this ring of protection off of me. There's no reason someone in this group, someone shouldn't be wearing it. I'm not just trying to get my gold back on this.
So he says.
What's the thing? The other ring that you have then?
It is a ring of protection. It gives you +1 to AC and +1 to your saving throws. It is an attuned magical item, so that takes up one of your slots. And for anyone who wants it, they get it. I'll have to check my notes. It's at whatever bargain. I think he was charging 1,000 for it. I bargained down a percentage of the, I think 13%. So I think
13%. So 870.
like 870.
One of the squishies should have it.
Yeah.
I agree.
I have no attunement slots.
Suji, do you have attunement slots? Do you have the pauldrons? And that's all part of the same thing with the scythe, right?
And the boots.
Is Chris frozen?
I think he's.
No, he's not.
No,
He's
he's just
Are you stoned, Ben?
Doesn't know what's happening.
Hey. All thanks to Chris to start gambling on cases on CS.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so
I got it. Probably lucky.
Attunement slots open, Chris?
Wait, what happened?
Do you have any attunement slots open?
I just have the one of the ring now, and I have my pauldrons.
Oh,
if I have more slots, then yeah.
You can use 2 rings, right? Just not 2 of the same ring.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah, you could use the ring of protection if you wanted. I know your AC isn't amazing, so maybe it'd be good for you.
I think I want to get those boots of elven kind.
You want to just all right. So yeah, once we're back in town, I'll
not with the party.
A silent spider 7? Oh yeah.
And then I cleared this is just accounting shit, boring shit that didn't need to be in the main session. I have 6 lesser healing potions. I only wanted to hold on to 2. I'm fine with holding 3, but I cleared out the party fund to buy the potions. So anyone who needs,
all right, fuck all this man in the stream. Bye.
me and